Hey guys, it's Jilly and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my brutally honest guide to back to school for freshmen. And by brutally honest, I mean I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this stuff. It's all going to be straight up honest based off of my personal experience. So yeah, anyways, let's get into today's video. Before I start off today's video, please go down below, follow all of my other socials, give this video a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I would appreciate if you guys do because I put a lot of hard work into this content for you guys. But anyways, I have a little bit of a list here, and we're going to go over some of the things that I suggest for first year freshmen coming from a sophomore. First thing is kind of like before you go to school, I suggest your freshman year getting a new backpack. And by that, I mean get a basic backpack that is going to last you all 4 years. Because at every year getting a new backpack, number one, they're not really that cheap once you get to the bigger backpacks like the JanSport ones and stuff like that. So I just suggest getting a new one that can last you all 4 of your high school years and that can fit all of your supplies. My second tip is to keep hygiene products in your backpack. So for girls or guys, keep like an extra deodorant, keep extra stuff to freshen you up. Like a girl, keep a hairbrush, keep anything that you need during the day to freshen up, especially if you're taking an elective that has something with physical. So like PE, if you guys take a dance class at your school, something like that, weightlifting, bring an extra thing of deodorant, an extra thing of perfume, bring the things that are gonna keep you looking fresh during the day. From my personal experience, I took dance this past year, so after dance, I would go ahead and refreshen up in the dressing room, and it really helped, especially if you have those classes like first and second period, which are kind of the worst of the day, then you want to stay fresh the entire day. Next, while we're on the whole topic of looking nice and staying fresh, I would say get a cute wardrobe. And it doesn't have to be anything on brand or expensive. I don't know where that whole thing came from, where everything has to be on brand, everything has to be expensive, like everything has to be Nike, if it looks like Nike, stuff like that. It really doesn't matter, and I'm gonna tell you, not one person in high school cares. It's probably the most careless grades possible. If you're wearing shoes that aren't on brand, I literally don't think a soul will say anything to you. I also personally, like in the past from JillyN, I've ordered shirts that look like other branded shirts and no one cares. If anything, all the kids in high school are trying to ball on a budget because half of them are working jobs and starting real life. So I don't think anyone will care. Just walk in looking nice and presentable, at least for the first couple days of school while you get to know people. And then after that, no one cares after the first week. Next, I want to say take high school as a new start. And what I mean by that is it's not middle school anymore. You've had the summer to kind of reflect. You're going to a new school unless you're like 6th through 12th kind of school. If not, if you're going to a whole new high school, or even if you're just moving schools, take that as a new start. You can change your aesthetic, you can change something about your personality that you didn't like, or you can maybe have a new way of thinking, stuff like that. Take that opportunity of having a change of environment to change something about you in a positive way. Next, we're going to be talking about social status. So first off, social status doesn't matter. I promise you, in high school, no one's really going to care who's the popularist or who has the most friends. I promise you, no one cares about that. Everyone in high school just cares about making the most of it and having fun. So here's my tips for making friends if you're just going to a new school or you just want to make new friends as a freshman in high school. I personally have experienced some rough times making friends in school because I'm very shy and overthink about going up to people. But I realized about midway through the year, going up to people and just starting a conversation or even just asking someone to sit down at a table with them is going to help you make friends in the most efficient way. Like in class, if your friends are in a group and there are some new people in there and you're like, maybe I don't want to interrupt that group, just kindly ask if you can join them. Kindly ask if you can help them on a project. Or even in the morning when you're congregating in like the courtyard, walk up to a group of people, ask how their morning is, like compliment their outfit. Even the smallest things will like keep in the back of someone's mind that this person is really friendly, like I should be friends with them. Or just every morning walk up to the same group of people and say something, like compliment their outfit, start a conversation about something going on in school, ask about a test that's coming up. Just start a conversation with people, and I promise you, by time like the second week of school rolls around, it'll be like a normal thing to them. It'll be like, oh, I'm gonna see this person in the morning. Like, it's gonna be a routine thing, which is going to, number one, help introduce you to them, and also keep it in the back of their mind that you're a friendly person. I think just kind of naturally walking up to people and talking to them, even though you guys haven't like necessarily established like, oh, we're friends, it kind of like makes a connection that you guys are friends once you start talking to someone every single day of the school year. Not only do you just like walk up to people in the morning or just talk to people in class, but something that I really suggest that kind of like forces you to be in an environment with people is find a club. A lot of schools have clubs either in the morning before school or after school, and if you have time for that, then I really suggest it. I suggest going to a club that has something with your interest and maybe even some people that you want to make friends with. Like, brutally honest, if you want to be friends with someone, then go to a club with them or sit with them at lunch. If you really want to put the effort into making a friendship, then that's the things that I kind of suggest. On the topic of club things, also, if you're really like athletic, join a sport for the school. If you're not doing a club sport already, I suggest joining a sport, whether it's like soccer, even my school offers like tennis and like football. If you have something in interest with like cheerleading or dance or something like that, then join one of those teams, because naturally a team creates a bond together, which will help you make more friends. The thing I'm gonna say is do not drama start. That's how you get a big target on your back. From firsthand experience, I've seen people that have had a beautiful high school experience, a great time with a ton of friends, and then they start drama, and that kind of puts a note on the back of them that this person starts drama. So don't start drama in the first place. Don't spread anything. If someone tells you to keep something a secret, keep it a secret. First-hand experience, keep something a secret if someone tells you to keep it a secret, because once you say something, no one's gonna trust you to keep things to yourself or even be involved with anything in their personal life, because they may not want that to be spread. So first-hand tip, don't start drama, don't start rumors. It just puts a bad look on you to not only the people that you involve in that situation, but to everyone around that hears about it. On that note, one of the things that is pretty brutally honest is, please stay humble. As terrible as that sounds, straight up, stay humble. Like, don't try to be one of like the biggest people in school. Don't try to be popular. Don't, like, in the best way possible, don't be a pick-me, please. That's how you also get a target on your back, and people are kind of like, do they think they're entitled to something? Because trust, once you get that reputation, there's no getting that away. So just stay humble. I mean, be on everyone else's level. No one is better than anyone. Everyone is on the same playing field. You guys are all like the same age as a freshman. You guys are most likely taking all the same classes. No one's better than each other. So just stay humble and don't be like a pick-me. Now we're gonna kind of go into like the school, like actual education aspect of high school. So the first thing is, for your freshman year, it counts. You're not middle school anymore. Starting your freshman year of high school, everything goes on your transcript. Everything counts towards college. So as a freshman, even though it's still like you're getting out of that phase in middle school where things don't really like count, and it's kind of like your first year of high school, like it probably won't matter. Trust me, everything goes on your high school transcript. Most of the classes that you're taking your freshman year, such as like algebra or even some people taking biology, those things are a graduation requirement in certain schools. So you have to take those classes and you have to pass the final exam to be able to get the credits and not have to take it the year after. And any class that you're taking, you should probably pass, because as soon as you get a non-passing grade, that goes on your transcript forever, and colleges will be looking at that in the future. On the topic of classes, I would say take your harder classes first. So for me this year, I wasn't required to take a history class, but I took AP Human this year. So therefore my senior year, I won't have to take a history class. So that narrows it down to only 6 classes. In 8th grade, I took one of my high school math requirements. So now I only have 2 more credits for math, which means my senior year, I won't have to have a math class. My first year of high school, I took the first year of a language that I have to take. So therefore, my senior year, I won't have to take a language. I'm basically making it easier for myself in the future because I know as a senior, you want to have fun that year. That's like your last year ever being in like a grade school. So therefore, I'm planning for the future. You want to think about everything in your future during high school because that's kind of where you're getting older, you're figuring out what you want to do in life. So therefore, I'm making it easier for my senior year because I know a lot of people that decided not to take these classes this year, and in senior year, they're going to have a full schedule. They're not going to be able to leave early, or they'll just be packed with homework that year. So I took all of my harder classes this year for my sophomore year and last year for my freshman year, so I won't have to deal with them in the future. The topic of classes, as you go into your freshman year, that means majority of you guys will be turning 15, or some of you guys will even be turning 16. So for that, I suggest taking your driver's ed class as soon as you turn 14 and a half. So as soon as you turn 14 and a half, at least in the state of Florida, that means that you can start taking your driver's ed. I don't know about other states. I'm pretty sure it's like 15 or 16 for other states, which if you guys are watching this and you're 16, you just happen to be watching this, then take your driver's ed, because if you take it when you're 15 in the state of Florida, this is for us, for example, if you take it when you're 15 in the state of Florida, the day that you get a permit, a year from that day, you can get your driver's license. So I started taking my driver's ed class during my freshman year when I was 14 and a half. So when I turned 15, the day of my birthday, I got my permit. So that means on my 16th birthday, I'll be able to get my driver's license. So I don't know, it works for me. I would rather drive and have the opportunity to drive to school or drive to school events. It is just so much easier because in the future, when you're older, you're gonna regret not getting that license when you turn 16. Next is gonna be for scheduling. Like the first day of school or the first week of school when you're starting to get ready for your classes, I would say keep your schedule on an Apple Watch lock screen or on your phone lock screen, because it looks a little more normal walking around the hallways looking at your phone or your Apple Watch rather than having a big sheet of paper in your hand looking for your next class. Especially for someone that's new to the building, I suggest doing it either on your phone lock screen or on your Apple Watch so it's not as obvious that you're trying to look at your schedule. On that note, to get used to the campus, go to orientation or like meet the teacher. Whatever you guys have before the first day of school, I suggest going. A lot of schools have freshman orientation and I highly suggest going to those. Now it may seem like kind of cringy, like going to freshman orientation, but like, go. Trust me, because on the first day of school, if you have no idea what the campus looks like, you have no clue of where your classes possibly are, not only are you probably going to be late to every single class, but you're going to be in a rush and it's just going to be like a ton of anxiety trying to find what class you're trying to go to. So please, for the love of God, go to orientation because it will help you so much. Final tip for this video about my tips for freshmen is participate. Now that seems kind of like cringy when you go to school and they have like pep rallies and no one else is doing anything, but I promise you guys influence each other. So if a group of people are having fun, then you could be like, oh wait, they're having fun, I can have fun too. Like participate in things. For example, pep rallies. They'll be really boring if you don't actually like participate and try to have fun as a freshman. Or football games. Go to football games. As much as you may not like football, I promise the themed nights are so fun. Still to this day, I think Friday night lights are my favorite part of freshman year. Like going and no one cares about anything else. No one's focusing on anything else in life except for having fun with tradition from the school and singing chants and stuff like that and dressing up for the themes. I promise you guys, it is so fun. Go participate in those things. Even basketball games, people have so much fun. If your school's holding something like a musical or a play, I promise to go with friends. It is so much fun. It is just a ton of memories. That's why this past year I recorded my Friday Night Lights in my homecoming week, because all of that, participating in that and having fun, was still a highlight of my freshman year, and I'm so excited to do it again this year. Anyways, that is my tips on freshman year. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any other questions or if you're nervous for freshman year, comment them down below. I promise you're not the only one. You're not alone to be scared to go into freshman year. Everyone was nervous in my class, and I promise you guys, it is going to be the best times of your life as long as you let it be. As long as you go ahead and you talk to people and you have fun and participate in things and enjoy your last year of really not having to deal with like real life and going to school every day. I promise, don't rush it. Don't let it go by fast. Take your time, because as soon as you start getting older and you realize, oof, I'm in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, you're gonna wish that you can go back to those years. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Good luck this school year.